guys, it is Liberty here with Heaven's Prayer Room. I'm so excited to be on with you. Low signal where I'm at, so I'm not going live. We are meeting right now at a personal residence, and so we did not make it public. And so we've had emails coming in. We've had people asking on the Unshakable Bride equipping last night, where are we meeting? And so I'm letting you know tonight we are just meeting at a personal residence, and we're having a discussion. We're not really having a prayer meeting tonight. We're going to talk about the future of the prayer ministry and what God is doing, okay? But I wanted you guys to be updated so that you can track with what we're doing and be involved in any way that you want to be involved. And so basically, through this time of having the prayer room meeting, as you know, we've been meeting on the campus. I'm going to do a quick update on that. We were meeting on the campus. We were going to the other campus. We were walking the universities. And from the time we came, revival has broken out. And so there's massive fruit from the prayer movement already in Atlanta. And so several of the campuses connected to where we put our feet on the ground, we were meeting in the chapel there. And now those universities are in revival. And there's several revivals going on. And I was informed that it had been 20 years they had not seen revival on the campus. And so us coming and praying, releasing, and paving the way, there's already fruit, guys. I'm not here to be the star of the show. I'm not here to have to lead the thing. I'm here to pray it in and bathe the ground. This is what I've been asked by God to do. So let me help you understand. I felt like God lifted off of me being at the university. And as I told you from the very beginning of this, we're kind of mobile. We're hitting kind of different areas, hitting the campuses, hitting Midtown. And so, but through all this, the Lord has now lifted that off of me. What I needed to release and what we all needed to release in the, in the prayer ministry, those who've been faithfully attending, it's been released over that area. And so revival has hit, and this is exactly what we wanted. So now the need for that is lifted off of me. I'm a sent one, and now he's moving me to another area of Atlanta. And so now I feel like it's time for us to be more central, above between Midtown and Sandy Springs, because that's like the original glory zone that the Lord gave me. And so our goal is to find a place. So as you know, we've been kind of mobile, but I feel like the Lord is saying now, see if we can find a room. And so that's what we've been doing. I have not been going live. When we do start officially going live again, we're going to be using the real camera equipment and all of that. And so until then, I wanted you guys to have an update. And so what we're looking at doing right now is finding what I'm calling a room for Heaven's Prayer Room. I don't want a stage. I don't want a religious setup. Don't get offended by that. I don't want the church look. This is not what we're going for. It's Heaven's Prayer Room. And so my goal is to get a room, a large room. We're going to set up the worship team in the middle, and then we will gather around and pray, prophesy. I will pray for people as when God leads me to do that. And we will be doing, it's going to be an intimate setting. But intimate does not mean quiet, calm. It means nothing fancy, no fanfare, no stage. Heaven's going to be the stage. I don't need a stage. And so for instance, last week when we did our prayer meeting, the week before that, our final one on the campus, the Lord had told me, Liberty, I want you to release miracles over Atlanta. And so we prayed, we prophesied, we released the river of miracles to flow through the streets. That was 2 weeks ago. That miracle signs and wonders would hit Atlanta. And so we prayed that, and then at the end, the Lord instructed me to bring everybody that was there up that needed a miracle, for me to pray for them for whatever miracle they needed. And so I had everyone come up, and I basically laid hands on every person, and I basically imparted and activated miracles in their life. And so that's pretty much what we did. And we had a massive glory fest, you guys. Everybody was on the floor. We had a newbie, which I don't know if it's posted yet. Is it posted yet? Her testimony? Okay. But we have a testimony from last week to this week, but it was her first time. She was invited to the meeting. She had never been to anything like that. And she was like, anyway, we got told afterwards that she was still zinging in the glory, because she was in the glory. She like went out and was on the floor, and she basically said, I've never ever been in this kind of glory. This is like a lot. And then last week, she came to our private residence meeting we were doing, which is not at my place, by the way, so don't get any ideas. Since then, I got reports, which we're gonna post it on social media, that she is having massive manifestations. She's like, my hands are oozing gold dust. Now they started oil out of the palms. You guys, I love these stories. And she said now in her feet, there's gold dust in her feet, in her shoes. And she literally said, I went from not knowing anything about the glory to glory on steroids in 60 seconds. And so her life now has been turned upside down by the glory, just by her being at the one service and me laying hands on her. You guys, God is so amazing. So Heaven's Prayer Room, we're not just coming together to pray. We come together, we release the now word. I lay hands on people if God tells me to. If you show up, you might get prayer. I don't know if you need prayer for something. And so, but our goal is to get into a room, get set up, and that will be where we meet every week. Now, I will also remind you, especially for those of you in the Atlanta area, God basically told me 6 months to bathe the ground for 6 months, meeting every week. And we've done prayer walks, we have fasted, we've done services, we've done meetings, like I have poured it out. Because when I do it, I go all the way. And so now all this revival is breaking out and all these stuff are happening. And I'm so honored, you guys. But he said, give 6 months just to Atlanta. And then the outpouring is coming. And then he said, after that, then I'm free to take the movement to other states. And which is what I plan to do. And so be watching, California. Our goal is to be there the third weekend in January as we come off our 21-day fast we will be doing in January. And we are going to do a Heaven's Prayer Room, God of Miracles event. And I'm extremely excited. This is the theme that God's kind of given me right now, is the God of miracles. And the Lord said, Liberty, miracle signs and wonders, I am reviving them in the church. And that's what he's bringing to Atlanta, is miracle signs and wonders. And so, and that's a part of the word that I released, was the fear of the Lord is going to come through the knowledge of the miracle signs and wonders. And so we've been so honored, guys. So I wanted you to know what we're doing. We will keep you posted. We have a couple of, ideas. I've had someone contact me that might have a location where we can meet, that they have a large room where we can set up. And the main thing is, guys, is we need to leave our stuff there, our equipment and everything, and just have the spot set, And as you know, God called me to do this, but I have to have my weekends open to be able to travel, because I'm a sent one. And so if we meet on Wednesday nights, that's great. But, my goal is my weekends need to be open to travel. And so we will keep you guys posted. When we get into the location, we're hoping to hear something in the next couple of days and possibly be in it next Wednesday, if that's the case. Now, I'm excited. I don't even know what Jesus is up to. We'll start out with the room. Then we might need a bigger room. And then we might need a giant room. I don't know. But no religion, guys. No stage. Just heaven. And whatever heaven wants to do. And some of the meetings are going to look like all-out revival prayer service, revival miracle services, and other things. Who knows? I'm just here to be obedient. So I love you guys. Be blessed, and we will talk to you soon.